Wide receiver is another position where you have a lot of question marks. Browns radio analyst Nathan Zegura on what veteran receiver Diontae Johnson can bring to the Browns.
So, two things. This is a guy who's got a 1,000-yard receiver season under his belt. He's been a Pro Bowler. When he was with the Steelers, and I would talk to some of our corners, they would say that he was the toughest guy to cover in the league because he's such a good route runner and creates separation. And we've seen that. He had a route that was it was a post stop, and then he cut it back out, kind of a double, almost even a triple move that he created about 10 yards. It was beautiful. In fact, it reminded me, and don't everybody go crazy here, but there was a route that Odell ran early in training camp when he was with the Browns where he just completely spun the defensive back around. That's what Diontae Johnson did. He looks fantastic. I think people also forget that last year when he left Carolina, he was actually their leading receiver. So he still can be incredibly productive in this league. Obviously, there are a lot of things that happen. As he said, last year was last year. He's moving forward. I think that if he is on the right path of the right mindset from a talent standpoint, he's certainly a top 3 receiver on this football team. And the idea of being able to have Diontae Johnson, Jerry Jeudy, and Tillman out there together is very exciting. I do think we're going to play a ton of 12 personnel, but I think Diontae Johnson, would be an excellent number 2 receiver if he continues what he's showing right now in camp. But he's consistently getting open. He's catching everything that's thrown his way. He has looked very, very impressive.
And Dalton, all right, 12 personnel in case folks were on. That's 2 tight ends, so you would only have 2 wide receivers. So we'll handle that. But Diontae Johnson, a lot of people forget his issues weren't necessarily on the field. It was he was pissed off because he wasn't getting the football.
Exactly. I mean, it's really with him all about the mindset and the football character you talk about when it comes to his flaws, but he's really talented. And I think Nathan put it right there when you talk about a talented separator, especially in the shorter areas of the field. And you talk about the compliment that could bring. Jerry Jeudy was so good in the intermediate parts last year. Cedric Tillman, you think about as a vertical threat. If Johnson can win one-on-one underneath, then you have something that looks like a legitimate receiving core. This guy's talented. He's still nowhere close to 30 years old yet, right? I think you have a guy who just needs to get his mind right, and he could really help this team. I agree that he could be the second best wide receiver on this team as long as he doesn't let all of the distractions and everything mentally get to him. He just has to go out there and play football, and if he's out there proving it in practice, I think you're going to see him possibly as a starter for the Browns this year.
And the other thing that jumps out is, as you and Nathan describe him, and Jerry Jeudy, with the quarterback play, and the Browns are hoping for average NFL quarterback play. The bigger separation you get, the more completions, in theory, you should get in this offense.
Absolutely. Johnson is a guy at his best who, especially when you're winning in those shorter areas of the field, he makes a quarterback's life easy. And whether it's Joe Flacco or Shedeur Sanders or Kenny Pickett or Gabriel, whoever it's going to be, Kevin Stefanski is trying to make their lives easier, 1, with the run game, 2, with his play calling. But it makes it a lot easier when you have guys you can trust to separate, guys on 3rd and 5 that can get to the sticks and find a yard or 2 of space to get open, right? So Diontae Johnson, that's what he's always done when he's been focused on the field, is make quarterbacks' lives easier. He can do that here as long as his mind is right.